with subtitle.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah.
I think we are live. Galera, eu acho que a gente já está ao vivo. Deixa aí no comentário se está conseguindo escutar a gente. Assim, ver e escutar direitinho. Já vai colocando aí de onde que você é. E se puder já fazer um share para a gente poder bombar essa sala, porque o Nick está aqui e ele vai entregar tudo aí sobre o ASINZEN para a gente, beleza? Eu vou começar me apresentando, como eu sempre faço. Meu nome é Gustavo Martins, já vendo na Amazon desde 2015, sou o criador do curso Venda Online Internacional. Foi o primeiro curso brasileiro, né, a ensinar aos brasileiros como vender na Amazon. Já tem mais de 3.000 alunos. E trabalho com o método arbitrage, que consiste em comprar produtos de uma loja física e revender, ou online, né, que seria o online arbitrage, e revender esses produtos em loja na Amazon. Tá? Dá para fazer muito lucro com isso, já vivo disso há mais de 5 anos. Tá? Hoje eu estou migrando um pouquinho para o wholesale, mas continuo fazendo arbitragem também. E o ASINZEN, que é essa ferramenta que a gente vai falar hoje, é uma ferramenta fundamental para quem trabalha com a Amazon. Então, se você trabalha com a Amazon, se você analisa produto, com certeza você sabe do que eu estou falando, então com certeza você vai se beneficiar dessa live que a gente vai fazer hoje. Tá? Então, vai dando like aí, galera, vamos trazer mais gente para cá. O Nick está aqui, está dando o tempo dele, o cara é super busy, tá? Super busy, super requisitado, um monte de pessoas querem entrevistar ele, então ele está se dedicando aí essa 1 hora, mais ou menos, para a gente, para responder o máximo de perguntas possíveis. E eu peço só que vocês compartilhem e vamos fazer bastante gente vir para essa live e aproveitar essa informação de muita qualidade. Tá? Então, vou chamar agora o Nick aqui, pedir para ele se apresentar e falar um pouquinho sobre ele. Okay? Novamente, a entrevista vai ser em inglês. Após a entrevista acabar, o YouTube coloca o subtitle, coloca a legenda, vai disponibilizar a legenda para vocês. Tá? Não tem como fazer tradução simultânea, não tem como fazer isso, então vai ser... Agora eu vou passar, eu vou falar inglês com ele, e se você tiver alguma dificuldade de entender, depois que acabar a live, que ficar gravada no YouTube, o YouTube já disponibiliza para você, beleza? Então vamos lá. Hi, Nick, how are you, man?
I'm good.
First of all, thank you so much for being here. I know you're very busy, and I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you, dedicating some of your time to show us this amazing tool. So I've been using ASINZEN for, I believe, since July. I remember contacting you about it, and you helped me a lot to understand at the beginning. You did like a live video with me. So not only the tool is amazing, but the support you guys offer, it's outstanding too. So congratulations for that. Yeah, just tell us a little bit about you, your background, and then how you came up with this ASINZEN, so people can understand. So we all Brazilians, of course. We have a lot of people in Brazil, and you have a lot of people in the United States, and you also have a lot of people that are Europe, any other place in South America. I have members of my training that's in Africa. So we are pretty much speaking for people all over the world. So welcome.
We're international. Yeah, we have a Portuguese-speaking customer champion on our team as well. So we have someone who speaks Portuguese. If you need help in English and Portuguese right now, we can help you out on the support. But yeah, like Gustavo said, my name is Nick Navridis, and I'm the founder of ASINZEN. We make Amazon product research tools. And one of our tools called AZ Insight, which is a Chrome extension that runs on Chrome that you can do product research. And with your subscription with AZ Insight, you get the phone version, which is called ScanEasy. So these tools came about as I was myself an arbitrage seller a while ago. I started to use all these tools like RevSeller, Stock Checker, Jungle Scout to do the research when I was looking at products. And it was like I had to maintain 3 different tools and click here, switch screens here. to get the information I needed. So we came up with AZ Insight, and we tried to make it a tool that would help you make the best buying decisions, and it would have everything inside that you need, and would save you time to basically research and to export your finds, and to see the stock and to see the variations. So that's how our software came about.
It's good to know that you were a seller before, so you felt our pain, so you knew everything that we need. So that's why you came up with this. I mean, we have everything on AZ Insight. I usually say ASINZEN, but the tool itself, it's called AZ Insight, right?
Yes, correct. AZ Insight is the Chrome extension. ASINZEN is the company.
The company, yeah.
Yes.
So you guys have any other tools? I mean, everything you guys offer is on the website, right? If you go to ASINZEN.com, and then there's like all the Chrome extensions, right? Everything there. That's what your company offers, right?
We have some more tools. We haven't released them publicly.
Okay.
We have some other tools that we're going to release them. We're beta testing. Our philosophy is make sure that the tool is good and it's stable and there's no bugs, and it provides the most value for your money. So before we publicly release our tools, we test them a lot. I use the software every day to look at products and to research. So, I mean, the tool gets used every day by us to make sure that it's running. So,
well, we use it too, man. We use it a lot.
Yes.
Especially the app. I mean, I was really glad when you came up with the app, because, I mean, the app you guys made, it's unique. You know, we have, for those who doesn't know, who thinks that's only Amazon seller app, that's not. There's like a whole bunch of other apps to, you know, scan, to source the products out there. But by far, your app is the most complete one. You know?
Yeah, and it's still in beta. So we have
still in beta. I can't believe when you guys just released the full version of it. You know, you turn obsolete. I was about to tell you that you turn obsolete the rank chart. There is no need right now to have the rank chart, because you can see the monthly estimated sales on your app. So why are you gonna, you know, go to the rank chart and then go look for the rank? Because I remember when I started, I had to take a picture of the rank chart and keep on my phone. I mean, you probably did that too when you're selling, right?
Yes, correct. Yes.
And then you're like on the store, said, I don't know if the rank is good. So you open up your photos and then you go to the chart, and, you know, zoom in to see how's the rank. So right now we just scan with your app, and that's it. You know exactly, you know, how many monthly sales the product is making. So that's all you need to know, right? So we have everything there, right there, the spot, in order for you to make a good judgment if whether or not the product is good. So it's excellent. So what I did, I explained to you offline, but I put some posts on my Instagram, and then people start asking questions. Can you share? Can we demonstrate like a little bit of the Chrome extension, a little bit of the app?
Yes, sure. And if there's questions, we're ramping up on our video library. So I'm going to do more videos explaining more in depth in the features, like in the videos that I have so far, they're how to use the app, but we're going to create more in-depth videos as we go. But let me share my screen, and we can.
I felt so bad on Monday because I asked you about the prep requirement. So that's such a good question. You know, nobody, if he doesn't have that, it's a good question. It's just waiting for me to finish. So yeah, we have it. We have that. So they have everything on the tool.
Yeah, there's a lot of features there. They're hard. Some of them are hard to find, and we're constantly improving the app to make it easier to find things, of course, because there's different levels of sellers. There's beginners, and there's intermediate, and then there's advanced. So we try to add as many features for each of the spectrum of type of sellers, so that way, you know, a beginner seller can find it useful, but also an advanced seller can find it powerful enough. So I think we've got the screen sharing disabled. Can you enable on security? No problem.
All right, try again.
Perfect.
Pessoal, quem tiver dúvida, deixa aqui no chat, tá? Eu tenho algumas dúvidas para passar para ele. mas são poucas, porque as dúvidas eram muito repetidas. Então, se você tiver alguma dúvida agora, deixa aqui no chat que eu já pergunto para ele na hora.
So right now, the extension, Gustavo, and you can tell folks, it supports Amazon.com US, Canada, Mexico, France, Italy, Germany, and Spain. We're adding Netherlands, Brazil, Japan. We're adding a lot of other marketplaces soon in the software. So,
okay.
For example, Brazil doesn't have much data on the Keepa, but we're going to add it anyways, and we're going to give you as much data as we can give you for looking at products to sell on the Brazilian marketplace or on the other marketplaces where Keepa doesn't give you data.
Yeah, I spoke with the Keepa people, and they have no interest, in going back to Brazil, right?
Yes, I know. Unfortunately, yeah. We're building our own version tracking software similar to Keepa to be able to support and get that.
I keep telling people in Brazil, that's the time now to do like a software like Keepa to Brazil. Because Amazon Brazil will start to develop now. They just start the FBA program there. It's very small. It's by invitation only. So, but we know Amazon. They're gonna be the #1 soon over there. So that's the, so we have time to do the trial and error and fix this and fix that, and collect more data. So once it's booming, you have just like a Keepa platform, because Keepa, they didn't start yesterday, right? They started probably 6-7 years ago.
Correct. Yes, they have a lot of historical data.
Yeah.
So this right here is the extension that runs on the Chrome, and this is the phone app right here. That is Scan Easy right here. So let's take a look. I mean, we could take a look at the extension first, and I'm on an Amazon.com listing. With this software, you get 3 accounts, which is you and 2 other team members. But if you want, if you want more team members, you can purchase additional seats. Basically, they're not very expensive. We made it so that it's affordable. If you have a bigger team, you can add more users to use it.
Can they be used at the same time? Can they access?
They can use it at the same time. Yes, correct.
Interfere with the information, right? Okay, that's good.
Correct. So the Chrome extension has the calculator, has the variations viewer, and the stock checker. And on the top, it has the seller restrictions, hazmat, and IP brand detection.
The IP. I mean, the IP. I got a lot of questions. People were asking a lot about the IP. How can we use ASINZEN, insights in order for us to avoid IP? So the meter you have there, can we rely solely on the meter, or because I don't?
Okay.
I never go by the meter. I always go down and you analyze the charts too.
So the IP claim detection, right now, our database is mostly US. We have some European sellers that message us, that give us information, but our database is mostly right now US. So what we do is we work with other partners. We get information when somebody submits that they've gotten an IP claim or trademark infringement or something. We vet it, we check it, and then if it's legitimate, if it's real, if it's authentic, we add it into our system. Okay. There are some that come in from the community, like from our partners, that we're not 100% sure, and we tell you that it has not been authenticated. If it's authenticated, we mark it verified.
And how long it takes for you guys to authenticate like a claim like that? Because I see a lot of times it's unverified.
Yes. So our partner Greg Purdy at Seller Essentials, he's the one with the most experience in doing this, looking at brand notifications, and he's the one that vets them, basically looks at them and sees if they're legitimate.
Okay.
And every month, I mean, every week we receive hundreds
I imagine. Yeah.
of, because our community is big, our user pool is big. So we receive hundreds, and it takes about maybe a week or two to put them in. Once we vet them, we check them and add them in.
Yeah.
So if it says unverified, then it means it's been received from the community. For example, we work with other list services. So when they receive a IP claim or something like that, they send it over to us, tell us, hey, one of their users have received it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, always look at it more as a reference, and then, so if I see that the meter says like moderate or high, so high it's verified, right? Like moderate, it's unverified, I believe.
correct, yeah.
So and then I go to the chart, I see the date. I always go to the date that is showing there, that's verified, or the date that the claim was made, and then I go all the way down to the chart, to the Keepa chart, to that period of time to see if there's a decrease of sellers. You know,
Yes.
if the seller decrease a lot, all right, so that's something to worry about. If it doesn't, I don't care. I purchase the product and life goes on.
Correct. That's another good test to see is, like you said, the Keepa chart, see if the offers drop off at a certain period. So for like this one, I know this brand very well because I've looked at tons of these IP claims. So as you can see, this brand right here is very aggressive. The learning company, the learning journey. So as you can see, this one's been we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reports.
Wow.
And the last one was on 3/22. A couple days ago, we confirmed that a counterfeit claim, another seller got a counterfeit claim. So this one I would definitely stay away from. You know, it's a high risk brand.
So
basically,
if you go down to see the number of offers, we'll be able to see like the number of offers going down also.
Correct. Yeah, we can look at that with Keepa.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I'm not logged in here. We can see offers on our chart right here. Let's go to the Zen graph, detach it, and we can scroll down and take a look at the last 30 days offer count. So let's look at the last 60 days offer count. Let me move this here. So this is saying 2 offer count. There's missing data here.
But now you showed something interesting here. This the Zoom graph. That's another thing that I want to ask you.
Yes. So here we go, Gustavo. I found the point. So take a look here. You see there's 12, see, and then drops boom down to 2.
There you go.
Couple people, one person jumped on, and then he jumped right off.
Yeah.
Then again, it dropped down to 2.
Yeah.
So there you go. At this point in January, they started getting very aggressive.
Yeah.
And
so that's what I do. So I go there. If I see that it's a claim, unverified or verified, I get the period of time, go to the chart, and then I go see the number of offers. And that's how I do. And you know, I have one IP claim. I just had one in the last like a year and a half. So I've been able to do a pretty good job that way.
Yeah.
So, but talking about this Zen graph, this is not Keepa, right? This is something that you guys came up, right?
This is our interpretation of the Zen graph. Basically, we buy the Keepa data.
Okay.
And we put it into our graph and regraph it. Okay.
So let's say if I sign up for the ASIN Insight, I'm gonna have access to exactly the same graph. I don't need to have the Keepa to have a graph.
Correct. You don't need to have a Keepa subscription to get the data here. So you can see the sales rank data. Keepa charges for the sales rank data. So you can get the sales rank data through our graph.
There we go. That's something new. Aí, pessoal, para quem não sabia, eu sabia que tinha o gráfico, eu sabia que era deles mesmo, mas eu não sabia que você conseguia fazer esse detach, colocar aqui embaixo e fica igual o Keepa. Tá? É lógico que não tem todos os features que o Keepa tem, mas se você quiser só analisar o gráfico, você não precisa nem pagar a mensalidade do Keepa. Só pelo ASINZEN você já consegue. I didn't know also that you could detach from like the small graph up there to the big one, just like, because I mean, look at it right now. It's just like the Keepa extension, right?
Correct, and it's actually getting better. We're making it much better. But yes, you can detach it, and it looks just like the Keepa graph.
Like yeah, I was talking in Portuguese because a lot of people, they start brand new, and they don't want to, you know, invest in a lot of tools at first.
Yes.
So you can save the 17 euros a month, 15 or 17 euros a month that the Keepa cost. That'll be great. It's another, I don't know, $25 they can invest in products instead, right?
Correct. When you're starting off, Gustavo, I recommend you don't need a paid Keepa subscription.
Yeah.
You can use this. Keepa has some more data if you pay for subcategories or certain things. But when you're beginning, you definitely can save the money and put it into inventory. Just use the Keepa graph that's embedded in our tool or other tools.
Yeah, they do have some nice features, but like you said, if you're a beginner, now it's more than enough that you need. I like the feature that the Keepa has, which is the by box statistics, but you can pretty much read the by box statistic in the graphic as well. So
correct. Yeah, we have that. We can graph that as well. That we have that right here, and we are adding more buy box statistics.
Oh, you have that. Hey, you have everything. I'm going to start talking, man. Because everything that I say,
that's there. Yeah, we're adding the percentage. So this right now tells you that Amazon, the buy box statistic for the last 30 days, Amazon has had this buy box 4 times. So we're going to add now the percentage as well. Great. Percentage of time. So if it's 50% or 10%, I'm going to add that data as well.
Yeah, that's great. On your graph,
yes,
on Keepa graph, if you go to the buy box, whoever has the buy box there, the triangle, the orange triangle, right? Are you able to click and see the seller name?
Not yet. On the new version, yes.
Yeah.
On this version currently, right now, you can just see the buy box price, but not the buy box holder name.
Yeah, because I use that a lot to analyze for IP, right? If it's like one seller all the way for a year, I like to see at the beginning of the time what was the seller, you know, and then go click and you see if it's the same seller. All right, I'm out. You know, if you see like it keeps change, all right, now I might try it. So it's really good. It's a really good information too. Yeah, man. So far, so good. I think people are excited, just like me. All right, what else? We talk about the IP. We talk about the graph. How accurate is the estimate monthly sales?
The estimated monthly sales, I can't really say how accurate. They're estimations, you know, but from the studies that we've done, they're 10 to 15% within the real numbers. So, and again, we use real data. We use a lot of data to calculate these estimations. And it's no secret. It's just a bell curve, and it's just an algorithm to follow the bell curves that are out there. But they are, you know, estimations. I have to, as a disclaimer, they're estimations, but they're as close as possible. It depends on some categories. Like I said in the previous webinar, I said that, you know, Amazon manipulates the data. So Amazon changes a lot of the data. They own the catalog. Basically, it's their software, it's their website. So they can do what they want when it comes to sales rank and changing around things. But you use that as a first mechanism. You use the sales rank as a first mechanism, and then you use the Keepa chart or the Zen graph to kind of look at that sales rank and see if it's stable, if it's not stable, you know, because you could have a product that you could say it sells 1 million, but the sales rank doesn't really, sales rank chart doesn't really reflect that.
Or the rating doesn't support that number.
Correct. Yes.
I mean, it's just like analyze a product. It's not one thing that you want to see. Not only the monthly sales, or not only the rank, or not only the number of sellers or the review. It's like, it's everything together, right? It's all the pieces that makes if the good, you're gonna decide if whether or not the product is good. So all right, so look at your extension. The other thing that I like to know is about the profit margin that automatically calculates for FBM in specific. I see that some products shows the cost of shipping, some doesn't. Do you know why?
When you say cost of shipping, it might be
profit. You still say 10 for FBM.
Cost of shipping
for FBM.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, for FBM. So yeah. FBM, you have to configure FBM to be able to show you cost of shipping. Cost of shipping for FBM is determined by the weight and dimensions of the product. So here, if you don't have any weight or you don't have any dimensions, then it's not going to be able to calculate.
And if it calculates, so it takes the information from Amazon, let's say, because when you go shipping something FBM on Amazon, when they put the weight and the size, it gives me the option for the cheapest to the more expensive method of shipping. How does the tool calculate? It's like an average of USPS only on.
So we have FBM in the calculator settings. There is a FBM shipping cost to buyer. So here you can turn it off. You can manually edit it, or you can set a threshold. Basically means if the cost is under a certain amount, then you could set a fixed price, or you can use the USPS or UPS calculation. So we update the numbers from UPS, the post office, the US post office, or UPS. So you can set which one you want to use, which numbers you want to use. Or you can also do flat rate or fixed cost plus order. So this is another one. So fixed cost per order plus cost per shipping.
Weight, yeah. Oh wow, it's very complete. I'm pretty sure you can get really close to the whatever it's going to be. We're going to have to pay, right?
Correct. Yes. If you're using the UPS and or USPS, then it's definitely using the accurate numbers.
That's great. That's great. Let's see. I want to talk a little bit more about the Chrome extension, and then you can jump to the app, because I think the app is really interesting. I think people are going to love it. About the variation, you made so easy for us to identify which variation sells more. And I remember on Monday, you did a walkthrough, really nice, showing the graph that I didn't even know that exists. So if you could go just quick and go over.
One thing, before I move forward, I did want to say, with the custom, my custom alerts, there is a feature in AZ Insight that we're giving right now for free. It's the My Custom Alerts. And this is basically when you create a alert, you can create alert based on a brand, ASIN, and it will show up when you're on that brand. So for example, here, I'm going to create an alert here. I'll show you here. I'm going to create an alert for brand Nike. For example, if I know that, I want to stay away from Nike, I can create an alert for this brand. So I select brand and I put in stay away from this brand. So you can create it on the category or on the ASIN level.
Okay.
So in this case, I'm creating it on the brand. So once I create it, and next time I go to this product with this brand, it will show me an alert.
And if you work with a VA, the VA will have his own login information that the alerts are going to show up for his login also?
Yes, correct. So if I want my team to know, hey, I don't want to buy this brand, or I don't want to buy this ASIN, or don't buy in this category because I can't sell in it, you can create a custom alert that will basically show a little icon, a red star here, and it will say with the note. So you can create in this case, I did Nike, stay away from this brand.
Yeah, because you have your VA in Brazil, you know, trying to find products for you. When I come to these products, there's be an alert that you put it in. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I just wanted to show that because that's very similar. You said, for example, you don't, for some IP claim, you don't look at that. But if you have your own list of brands, you can upload a list of brands right into the My Custom alert.
Because what happened is we have the IP claim, but we have the cease and desist too. That is just a letter, right? They don't go. It's like a step before the IP claim.
Correct.
So just this week, I got 3 cease and desist. So that would be great. If I have my VA, I can just put on this brand. So just stay out because, you know, I don't have trouble with them.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. So variations viewer. This ASIN that I'm on right now, the Nike bag, definitely has a lot of variations. And the variation viewer is a table here. You can also, let me make my screen bigger here. You can also expand the variation viewer table to make it even bigger, like this here.
I use the variation all the time,
You've got on the top, you have the summary of variations. So when you click on this, there's 2 tables that appear, and it basically gives you a quick summary. For example, in this case, we have different colors and we have the reviews. So I can quickly click on the column reviews and see the highest to the lowest review. So for example, this one, let me click it one more time, is the black, white bag, has 18 reviews. So that's the summary of reviews. Underneath, we have, you can filter. So you can click on the filter and you can, for example, if you want to see just this color right here, the black, white on the bottom of the table, it will filter out everything else but the one that you have selected.
And if it's out of stock, the ASIN is going to be red, right?
Correct. If it's out of stock, the ASIN will be red. Yeah. So let's take a look here. So show me all the ones that are out of stock. I have only just this one selected. So all these ASINs right here are out of stock.
That's
this
good.
Color right here, this color right here, the black one, the green. That's
high demand. So if you can find this for a good price, there you go. You'll be the only seller.
Correct. Yes. And you could just do the same thing for the found in stock. Then you can filter by reviews based on a date. So this filter right here, if you want to see all the ASINs that have had reviews since February 1st, it will filter the table and show you the ones that have had reviews since February 1st, based on the date that you choose in the calendar here. All right. So for example, right here, this is pulling the reviews of all the time last year, the last
what do you recommend? You recommend go all the time, like the last 90 days?
When I'm looking at clothing, this is considered clothing. I look at a year. If I'm looking at toys or makeup or something like that, I look at the last 30 days.
Sometimes I analyze some products and that has like a lot of reviews, and I see, because it takes some time for the tool to collect all the reviews when it has lots of reviews, and then the ASIN that I'm looking at first doesn't have any review, and then I see the other ones like 50%, the other one 30%, and mine it's 0. But if I wait like a couple more minutes, I see that mine started going up. So maybe if I just filter instead of putting out all the time, maybe like the last 90 days or the last 365 days. So I just don't want to miss any kind of information, because
yes. So the way our tool works is it gathers the data live. There's a lot of tools that use cache. And in the next version, we're going to improve the speed. But in our tool, we call Amazon in the background, and we get all this data live to make sure that it's correct, because the reviews change, you know. And if you cache reviews, you might miss some other reviews that came in.
So, let me just explain something in português here. Pessoal, a gente está falando do review, por quê? Porque quando você analisa um produto que tem variação, o que acontece? O review é a base para a gente poder analisar qual variação vende mais, porque quando o cliente ele deixa o review no produto, ele deixa o review no produto que ele comprou, então ele vai deixar naquela variação específica. Entendeu? Então ele coleta o dado de qual variação que tem mais review. Então, se aquela variação tem mais review, quer dizer que ela vende mais, e por aí vai. Então, ele tem aqui toda a coluna, pode dizer o número de reviews que aquela variação teve e o percentual que ele é comparado com as outras variações. Então, por ali, você consegue ver qual que é a variação que vende mais. Tá? I was just explaining about like how the reviews for us to analyze which variation sells the most. So, you made it so easy to analyze which variation sells better. You know, I remember before I used tactical arbitrage Chrome extension too, but it's completely different. It takes way longer to analyze. And now with the ASINZEN, it takes not even a minute, right? I just go there, so really quick, click on variation, I go sort by reviews percentage, and bam, I already know which one sells the most. Look for that variation on my supplier list, and that's it. So it's another amazing tool.
Yeah, the table is very powerful. There's many options you can click. You can filter. You can hide data. You can create your own filter. So it's very, very powerful. I'm going to make some videos. We have videos with Portuguese subtitles so that we can cover the various features of the variations table. But yeah, you can see once you expand inside of a variation, you can see the number of sellers. So this one right here is sold by 8 FBM and 12 FBA sellers, total of 20 sellers. And you could see their names right here on the bottom.
Yep.
And then you can also open the ASIN. You can open up Keepa if you have Keepa. If not, we're going to add a icon to the Zen graph here too, because it just makes sense. You can open up in Amazon Seller Central to add it. You can search it. Maybe you have it already, or you can search on the browser.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing, man.
There's a lot of filters. It's just take some time to play with it, but there's this filter here where you can create a filter and say, okay, only show me in stock with sellers that have up to 2. So for example, I can click here and it will show me all the ASINs that are in stock with 2. So in this case, there's none. All of them are higher than that. Or you can create filters based on rank. Show me the ASINs that have ranks, or offers. I believe we have reviews. So for example, review max 5. Show me reviews with 5 or more. So let's do both in stock and out of stock. And then I select the filter, and here we go. These are the ASINs that have more than 5 reviews. Review percentage. No, it was review, I believe. What was it? Review percentage. Here we go. Let's edit this to see. It was review percentage 0 to 5. So if I want to do, let's do 2 to 5%. Let's do this. There we go. So this one has 1 review percentage. So yeah, you can create multiple filters. Review percentage 5. I'll let it run. There we go. There's the review percentage. So this one is 3 review percentage. I was looking at the wrong column.
So going back to the calculator.
Yes. You want to take a look at the data that it can give you.
My dogs are barking here, so I just muted myself. One question, I just got a question on my Instagram. When it shows like the estimated monthly sales NA or the revenue NA just not applicable, that means what exactly?
That means that the ASIN we didn't have enough information about the ASIN to come up with a number. That could be either because the ASIN has shifted categories or because the ASIN's historical data is invalid or missing.
Okay.
We're going to add a tool. We're making the sales estimations more stronger. We're going to add a way that you can manually put in some information and it will give you a number. So for example, you'll put the current rank and then we'll use an algorithm that we've developed and it will spit you out a number. It will give you a number. But right now, there are some that we just don't have enough data for, and the tool will say NA.
NA, yeah. Well, amazing. Good. Now going really quick to the store checker before we move to the app. There's one thing that it's really good that you guys add is the hard set when the seller, you know, right, limit the number of products he wants to be available. Yeah, right there. It says yes. I believe a lot of people doesn't know that. Let me just say em português a little bit. O que ele fez foi, ele criou nesse stock limit, nessa coluna, sempre que você tiver yes, se você vê yes, quer dizer que o vendedor, ele limitou, vamos dizer, esse primeiro aqui, esse Elite Sport Store, quer dizer que o vendedor, ele limitou o número de 4 para ser vendido, só pode vender o máximo de 4. Então, na verdade, você não sabe a quantidade de estoque daquele vendedor. Ele está dizendo 4, mas ele pode ter 400, ele pode ter 1000, só que ele limitou para 4. Então, eles colocaram esse feature aqui que a gente consegue ver qual vendedor que está com estoque limitado ou não, que é excelente. Yeah, that's really good.
The stock checker has the same kind of table. You can expand it. You can also create tables, filters for the table. And if there are used or different condition products, you can filter out the different condition products. And you can export this data out of the table by right-clicking and export. So if you want to export, you can export the data out of the stock checker.
Talk about export. Can you just really quick talk about like the export feature you have for the Google Sheet? Because I think it's really good for people that works with virtual assistant.
Yes, the Google Sheet integration is basically you tie it into your Google Sheet, and then let's see if I can show an example here. Let's go to Drive. Basically, you tie it into your Google Sheets, and then you tell it, I want to use this sheet, this spreadsheet, and then you select on the sheet inside the spreadsheet. So in this case, I've selected using custom data fields, and then the sheet name, sheet 1. So you save it, and then you click save here. And when you go to the calculator, you have to tell the ASIN site what data you want to export before you go and export. You need to tell it what you want to export. So there's a very big list, about almost 200 data points.
Yeah, you helped me at the beginning. I don't know if you remember, but you helped me at the beginning to set it up to my Google Sheet. And it's important to tell them that you need to be logged in on your Chrome, right on your Chrome browser with the same login you're using for the Google Sheet, correct?
Correct. Yeah, you need to be logged in on the Chrome browser with the same account that you're using on Google Drive. That is correct.
That was my issue when I did. I couldn't. I was clicking export and was unable to get the information. And then I remember you did like a small video for me. I said, here's the thing. So
yes,
it works really good.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of data. You select what data. For example, here, I select the product title and then the date. So here you see it will, on the first column, it will export product title, and on the second column, it'll export date. So you go back into the calculator. Once you've told the software what data you want to export, you go back into the calculator like this here. And you click the Google Sheets button. And the first time you do it, it'll ask you, where do you want to send it? You select the spreadsheet that you saved. You click OK, and then you click the button the second time, and it will show up on the spreadsheet.
Yeah, and that works, pessoal. Funciona mesmo, bem legal.
And there's a lot of data. Every data piece of data that you can see on the calculator, 90% of the data we can export to the Google Sheet. So you can then look at it in the Google Sheet and have a record of all the products that you found, all the leads that you found, and see all the data points.
Great. All right, let's move to the app.
All right. Let's get this screen here. So this is an Android and iOS app. And let me log in because I'm using the same account here. And I'm showing this on a Apple phone.
It works for both, right? Android and
yes,
Apple now?
Android, Apple, iPad, or any Android-powered tablet.
Cool.
So when you first log in, let me log in here for us to start. You first log in, you can choose what marketplace you're going to be looking at or working on. So for this example, I'm going to be working on the US because you can set other marketplaces. Here, we'll plug in this phone here so it'll run out of battery. All right, so let's sign in. All right, so this is how it starts. It brings you into what's called the product research screen. And you can either search by ASIN. If you know the ASIN, you can put it in and search for it. Or you can search by title. Or you can search by EAN UPC, if you know the UPC. Or you can do, which is just the scanning. Let me go into here. You can scan for a product using the barcode. You click, and then you just point right to the device, and it will scan the product that you're looking at.
Just like the Amazon Seller app.
Yes.
Can we set it up, let's say, for grocery product? I want products. I mean, if the rank is between 1,000 to 5,000, beep or turn up green, something like that. So if I have a VA scanning product for me, so it's easy for them to know whether or not the product's good.
Right now we have the basic alerts. We're creating advanced triggers. So right now it's just an alert. It plays a sound.
Okay.
If it these are just basic. The advanced triggers are going to be very smart triggers. They're going to have condition-based triggers. If it meets this rank and is under this price and is under this many sellers. So right now we have the basic filter. So for example, in this case, rank, it's in one of these categories here. And then the min and max rank is here, should be here. Total sellers. So for example, if I want arts and crafts, and the minimum rank is, let's say, 100, and the maximum rank, let's say 2 million or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it will make an alert. It will make a sound if the alert reaches that condition, triggers that condition.
Yeah, but that's good enough, because if you can have like a rank, let's say up to 2%, and then you can put a profit margin minimum of, I don't know, $3 or $4, whatever, that would then beep, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what they need.
Correct. Yeah. So it does have these, but it doesn't have the advanced condition triggers yet.
Well, but that's a start.
Yes. So we scanned something. We can see what we've scanned. Our history of our scanned items is inside here, and we can create buy lists.
The buy list is very interesting.
So, for example, if we're in the store in Walmart and or any store, you can add this product to a buy list and say, okay, I want to buy this, and I'm buying this from Walmart. So you can put in the condition, the quantity, the supplier. So let's put in Walmart for the supplier here, location, date, condition, tax rate, tax code if you have one. And then let's create a new buy list called Walmart. Okay, save it, and then save this product into the Walmart buy list. So now if we go into our buy list, I can see the Walmart buy list I just created right there. And I can export it to Google Sheet. I can copy it to clipboard, and I can sort by supplier or by date. If I have multiple suppliers, for example, this one is just Walmart, but if I have multiple products in that buy list, so for example, if I create a buy list, Nick Trip 1, I can have multiple suppliers. So if I go to Walmart, then I go to Target, I go to different name stores, I can put that in there, and then I can search by supplier or by title.
Great. And the process to export to the Google Sheet is the same as we're doing with the extension, right? You create like a spreadsheet.
Correct. It's you create the connection, and then you tell the software what spreadsheet you want to export to. You select from your list of your spreadsheets, and then you just hit the Google button to send to the to Google Sheets. For example, you go here, you click 3 lines, export to Google Sheet, select it, and put copy, and there it is.
Easy, cool. Let me say something in Portuguese now too. Pessoal, o que ele, esse feature que ele tem é amazing, tá? Para quem trabalha com arbitragem, você pode pegar uma pessoa, se você mora no Brasil, vamos dizer assim, você não tem condição de estar numa loja física aqui nos Estados Unidos, de repente você pode contratar alguém para ir nas lojas, escanear, fazer o setup dentro do app, porque ele vai fazer, essa pessoa vai fazer o login com o seu app, então ele vai ter os mesmos settings. Ele vai escanear, ele vai ver os produtos que são bons, vai colocar os valores, vai adicionar para esse buy list para você, e vai exportar essa tabela para você. Aí você tem um ouro na mão, porque você já sabe que no Walmart você pode comprar esses produtos. Agora você faz uma busca reversa e você pode encontrar esses produtos em outras lojas até com preço melhor. Então isso aqui é excelente, tá? Eu já tenho alunos do curso que trabalham dessa forma, que tem assistente indo para as lojas comprando, só que ele não usava um sistema como esse. Eu até conversei com ele uma vez, ele falou que não usava. A pessoa tinha que escanear, ele passava o histórico para ele todo, ele que tinha que depois fazer aquela análise toda. Dessa forma, você já pega tudo filtrado, porque ele só vai adicionar para o buy list o que realmente tocou o sininho lá que está dentro das suas condições, entendeu? Então, isso é perfeito. I was saying, Nick, that I have like a member of my training that he pays someone to go to the store. Let's say he pays $100 for that person to go to the store. He say, today you're going to scan all the grocery items. But he was doing this with the Amazon Seller app, you know, and then he had to go later on to the history of the app and analyze one by one. And the other day I was talking to him and said, why you don't use an app that you give you the option to, at least to, you know, filter right there, you know, to say, just like you do, like you can put the rank by category, you can put a minimal profit, because right there you already filter whatever is good or not, right? And
yes.
then the way you do, I mean, the ability we have to export the information. So now you can have the ASIN run on tactical reverse search on tactical arbitrage, and now you can find those products in other store too, maybe with a better price. So it's really good. One of the questions: are there any way to export the history?
Right now, no. We're building that coming up.
Because that would be great too for a reverse search.
Correct. So for everything that you've scanned, you should be able to export out of the tool. You know, even if you didn't add it to a buy list, you should be able to export it. Yes.
Yeah, because a buy list, I know that's a good product. I know that I would buy. But the history means I had interest in that product, but somehow it's not good for me. But, you know, if I find that product for $1 less in another store, could be a good product. So if I was able to export the history and run a reverse search, maybe I'll get some gems right there too.
Yes, correct. We're building it so that it will save the price that you saw it at, or the price that you calculated at, and then you can export it out.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And then also with the app, we have pretty much all the features, right, to analyze the products anywhere, pretty much, right? When you click on the product.
Yes. Do you have this?
Yeah. While we see on the Chrome extension, we see on the app also, right?
Correct. Yes, it's the same calculator features, so you can add custom costs. If you have prep costs or sales tax, you could see it. You could see your Amazon fees, and then at the bottom you can see the weight, dimensions. You can then also see the historical data, the same data that is on the extension. You can see it as well. The sales rank 30-day, 90-day, 180-day. And then you also have access to the Zen graph right on the calculator. Let's go right there, which is the sales rank and the offers right here.
Wow.
So you can sort by 90-day, 60-day, and you can zoom in.
Oh, wow, yeah, exactly the same. And the variation too, right?
Correct. And it's got the variations viewer. Let's go to one that's got a variations here. Let's get this back straight. Nike bag. Search. Okay. Right there's the variations.
Yep.
Tells you the offer, and you can also add it to your buy list.
Oh, wow. And also the stock checker. So, I mean, you're all set. You can analyze any product anywhere now.
That's correct. Show you the price. We get the stock, and you could see the seller once it comes in. It's running right now, but you'll be able to see the sellers for this as well.
Well, I think we did amazing walk through the tool. You know, I really appreciate. I don't want to take too much of your time. Pessoal, a ferramenta custa $150 por ano, right? It's $150 per year.
Yes, then we have a promotion through with you as well.
Yeah, com o link que eu deixo disponível aqui, você vai pagar só $120. Quer dizer, você vai pagar $120 por ano. Você tem acesso a essa ferramenta, você não precisa nem pagar a mensalidade do Kipa. Quer dizer, só nisso você já está lucrando, você está ganhando dinheiro. Então, se você trabalha com a Amazon e não tem, pessoal, você está perdendo, você está deixando de comprar produto porque você não está sabendo analisar os produtos corretamente por causa de ferramentas. Então, não deixe de assinar, porque é extremamente barato. É extremamente barato o que ele tá oferecendo aqui para a gente. Tá? Então, novamente, o link está aqui na descrição. Assina, eu ofereço. Nick, on my training, when I relaunched my training in November, I got rid of all the tools. I just talk about ASINZEN and Keepa for analyze product. Now, and I keep saying that I could have, I don't know, 20 tools here, but for what? If you can have ASINZEN and they will do everything that all that in more, right? So I got rid of everything. I just put a module of, I don't know, 7 or 8 videos talking about the Chrome extension and the app, and a little bit of the Keepa, because I believe that's all that we need to analyze a product correctly. Yeah. So once again, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being here, for explaining, for walking through the tool. I appreciate it. Thank you for all you do for us sellers, because I mean, I know how hard it is to create a tool like that. It's not like it takes a while, and I'm glad that you were like a seller before, so you know exactly what we need. So I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And if you guys have any suggestions, any feature requests, we're very receptive. Me and my co-founder, Huynh, we're on the support chat. We're very involved, and we're not just on the Facebook group. We're constantly talking and helping as many people as we can.
Yeah, I know that. I know, because every time I need, you guys will always welcome me to answer my questions, man. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem.
I'll let you go. Thank you so much. I'm going to talk about the guys here now. Appreciate it, man.
Too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
Então, pessoal, espero que vocês tenham gostado. Eu não quis estender muito, até porque eu acho que o básico, quer dizer, foi mais do que o básico que ele ensinou para a gente. Ele passou ali muita coisa que até mesmo eu não sabia. Mas eu sei que ele é muito busy. Ele estava todo enrolado antes de entrar, por isso que eu entrei mais tarde. Ele estava saindo de um outro call e tal, então eu não queria segurar muito ele lá. Mas acho que deu para ter uma ideia muito boa de como funciona essa ferramenta. Eu já tenho usado ela desde julho. É a que eu falo no curso. Se você não está no curso Vendedor Online Internacional, essa é a ferramenta meio que exclusiva, porque eu só falo dela e do Keepa na parte de analisar produtos. Então, porque você não precisa de mais nada. Tá? E agora que ele explicou melhor sobre o gráfico, se você não quiser investir no Keepa, você nem precisa, porque se for só para analisar o produto, você pode usar o próprio gráfico deles, que tem todas as informações que o Keepa tem. É lógico que o Keepa tem muito mais... tem outros features, né? Então, se você quiser fazer um Amazon Flip, ou então se você quiser achar produtos e tal, então o Keepa te oferece uma parte de data bem robusta que o ASINZEN não tem, até porque não é o objetivo deles. O objetivo deles é fazer aquela análise rápida do produto. Tá? Novamente, espero que vocês tenham gostado. Não vi nenhuma pergunta aqui mais, então já resolvi encerrar. E é isso. Vai ficar gravado aqui no YouTube, então, como eu falei, depois o YouTube mesmo coloca o subtitle, para quem tiver problema de entender com o inglês. Espera aí, acho que 1 ou 2 dias o subtitle entra. Beleza? Um abraço, sucesso para todo mundo.